Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for October 6th, 2013. Of course, it's a football Sunday. We're all getting ready for our big football games. And of course, the weather is playing a key part in those football games. Well, let's talk about this. First of all, we have a warm front lingering over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. We have some showers over Connecticut, and we have a lot of fog throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Visibilities range from 2 to 4 miles. Many locations just have some low clouds, and this is all because we have a tropical air mass in place, but we have a maritime polar air mass that is lingering over New England that is trying to fight back. So you get this clash of the air masses over the region, and you end up with all these low clouds and scattered showers and just an unsettled Sunday morning. And unfortunately, those conditions will continue on for this afternoon, with temperatures rebounding into the upper 70s for most locations, a few lower 80s around the Philadelphia metropolitan area. And as you head up towards, let's say, the northern portions of the New York City metropolitan area and portions of Connecticut, looking more at the mid to upper 70s, a few lower 70s in northeastern Connecticut. So basically, the more you go northeast, the cooler you're going to get. The more you head southwest, the warmer you're going to get. Basically, right along that warm front. On the surface map, you can see that warm front very clearly lingering over the region. To the south of that warm front, very humid, plenty of moisture, and plenty of potential for some scattered showers and low clouds. So again, not the best Sunday, but overall, I mean, considering it could be in the mid to upper 50s for this time of year, the fact we're right around 80 degrees is very, very nice indeed. But don't get used to it because it's coming to an end, and you can see that end right on the edge here with this cold front on the way. On the radar, you can see those scattered showers currently lingering over portions of Connecticut and the Hudson River Valley. You basically see where our warm front is located here. Now, this does not mean that you'll remain dry throughout the entire day for the New York City metropolitan area and Philadelphia. I do expect scattered showers to pop up in these locations throughout the afternoon as we warm up and the atmosphere becomes a little bit more unstable. I don't expect anything severe, but these showers are known for being able to drop a heavy inch of rain very, very quickly. So use some caution if you get caught in one of these showers. Pull over to the side if you're driving. Let it pass. In 20 minutes, it's done. But these showers will be capable of producing heavy downpours, and a quick inch of rain is not out of the question with these showers due to all the moisture in the atmosphere. When we take a look at the infrared satellite picture, notice two things. One, this storm is very impressive. It's weakened, naturally, because it's basically what's called occluded, which basically means it reached its max and now it's starting to weaken. But it's still a very impressive storm. Now here's our stationary front / warm front lingering over the region. This is what's left of Karen. Now, talking about a real dud. Karen was basically intensifying to a strong tropical storm. Then it started to feel the influences of this trough here with all the shear and dry air, and it essentially has collapsed into a weak tropical depression. Eventually, this is going to get entrained into this cold front and ride right up the cold front, and that's where things get pretty interesting for tomorrow night into Tuesday morning. So here we have this cold front. We have unsettled conditions here. Temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s throughout the region. As you head up towards Connecticut, more like the lower to mid 70s, mid to upper 70s around Long Island and New York City Metro. When we take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, here's the key point here. Originally, with the forecast from Monday night to Tuesday, the idea was, hey, it could be 2-3 inches of rain. Some people could see 4 inches. And the whole idea was based on the fact that this would be a tropical storm. It would be well organized, and the moisture plume with this tropical storm will be such that it creates an area of very heavy rainfall riding along this front, kind of like a little bit of a meso-low. But as you can see, Karen is incredibly unimpressive, should I say. Too early in the morning. And although we have plenty of tropical moisture here, it's not exactly being drawn up the cold front very quickly. It's just kind of lingering out here in the Gulf of Mexico. So what I think here is going to happen is that this strong trough is going to pick up this moisture and shoot it right up the coast. Not a doubt on that. I think, though, it's going to be less organized. So I think for the most part we're looking at 1, maybe 2 inches of rain isolated, incredibly isolated potential for up to 3 inches in some locations. Basically, as this low pressure system is entrained into this cold front, it'll create a little bit of a mesolow, a small circulation along the cold front here, and that will ride up the coast Monday night, and that will produce periods of heavy rainfall. But I don't think it's going to be as intensive as what was originally expected. So again, looking for about 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. I think most locations are going to be right around that 1 inch mark, and then that is rapidly going to kick out. And then once this cold front moves through, this high pressure system will lock in, will produce excellent weather conditions all the way through much of this coming week. Temperatures, how about upper 60s to lower 70s throughout the entire Philadelphia, New York City metropolitan area. And by the way, low temperatures in the mid to upper 40s in the interior and upper 40s to lower 50s along the coast. So definitely a return back to what is considered normal for this time of year. And by the way, keep an eye on this disturbance here. This disturbance and this one down here might, let's say, interact off the East Coast probably by Friday into Saturday. And I'm going to show that in a moment. It could produce some interesting weather conditions along the immediate coast, especially because we'll have a high locked in because of our negative NAO pattern, and we'll have that storm trying to brew off the coast. And even if it remains off the coast with no precipitation, it will produce strong wind gusts along the coast and could produce some minor coastal flooding. So here's our forecast using the European model guidance from the Penn State UL website. And I'm going with the European model guidance because, of course, the ensembles are starting to move towards the operational guidance, which is what this is. The GFS is now showing what the European showing. And more importantly, on the water vapor satellite picture, you can kind of see these disturbances kind of starting to get itself together as they move into the west coast. And it certainly piques my attention for this upcoming week. So here we are again for this evening. High pressure is giving way as the warm front lingers over the region. You have the potential for scattered showers this afternoon and temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s over the Philadelphia metropolitan area, mid to upper 70s over the New York City metropolitan area, lower to mid 70s over Connecticut. For tomorrow, our cold front's on the way. Ahead of the cold front, everyone's in the upper 70s, a few lower 80s in the Philadelphia metro. Clouds are increasing, scattered showers, and the main heavy rainfall moves through Monday evening. Let's put a start time at roughly around 5 p.m. Could be a little, give or take an hour. And that heavy rainfall will march from west to east, probably more southwest to northeast as the warm front starts to bow out a little bit. And that heavy rainfall will move through and exit by Tuesday morning. By Tuesday afternoon, high pressure takes control. And you're going to notice it because humidity is going to drop like a rock and temperatures are going to fall right along with it. Now Tuesday, depending on the timing of this cold front and the advancement of the polar air mass, right now I'm looking at high temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s. Might have to bump that up to the lower to mid 70s for highs, depending on where those low temperatures linger on Tuesday morning. Then from Wednesday, Thursday, and even Friday, I'm looking at basically scattered cloud cover, comfortable weather conditions, temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s for highs, upper 40s to lower 50s for lows along the coast, mid to upper 40s over the interior. Now we have this disturbance that's going to be lingering off the coast, okay? And even if it just stays off the coast, with this high pressure system locked in over the Canadian Maritimes building south, is going to create some problems with the potential for some wind gusts. Now, if this disturbance is able to develop like the models are trying to show here, then it'll start to basically force showers and periods of heavy rainfall into the coast on Friday night into Saturday. And some of that rainfall could be heavy. But again, my main concern is that you have this area low pressure trying to develop. Some of the ensemble model guidance has this a little bit stronger. And you have this high pressure system basically ridging down the coast. And you end up with a little bit stronger of a pressure gradient. And that's how you get your windy conditions along the coast on Saturday. So that's going to be something to watch more for the coastal flooding aspect than anything else. And then you basically have unsettled conditions on Saturday, and that'll probably linger on to Sunday. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this disturbance and see how it develops. I'm not 100% convinced that this is actually going to evolve the way the models are showing right now, but it's certainly something to keep an eye on over the next couple of days. At the very least, you can be assured of this. Temperatures are going to be rather cool, with mid to upper 60s for highs by Saturday. Now that is a heck of a reverse from what we saw, what we're seeing right now. So fall is on the way. Don't worry, we're not going to be this warm for the rest of fall, and certainly not the rest of this month.